Spoilers for Chapter 15 of 2 Blue Vortex have just dropped. I will be talking about the spoilers given to us briefly. Ryu is on the cover page, and by the looks of it, his color is orange. We get a flashback to Gaara and Shinki confronting the Claw Grimes head-on, but Shinki is getting overwhelmed. Gaara then traps Shinki and his team in balls of sand, and he brought them so they can escape. Shinki asks why he wouldn't let them fight. Gaara is injured but orders them as Kazekage to escape. The intruder is Matsuri. Matsuri suggests to Gaara to worry about his wound rather than the pupils, but Gaara says he doesn't care. Gaara then pushes the sandballs away to escape, but Shinki comes back to help him. Shinki saves Gaara from a claw grime by using the magnetic iron palm seal jutsu. Matsuri then punishes Shinki by making a claw grime bite him, turning him into a tree. Shinki ordered them to not mind him and let Kankuro know about the situation. An important note is that even though Shinki is devoured, his jutsu he put on Gaara to protect him is still active, as long as Shinki himself is still alive. Matsuri praises Shinki for this bravery and thought he would be a fine addition to the party being the one of the Shinju. The flashback ends, we see Kankuro explaining the situation to Shikamaru and how Gaara is still alive thanks to Shinki. The only problem to this is that they cannot rescue Gaara as Shinki used a sealing technique that only Shinki can undo. We then move on to the Shinju hideout. Code finally makes a return, as Ryu notices that he is spying on them, so he pulls him out with iron sand through the claw mark cube connecting it to Code's claw mark. The Shinju have a conversation with Code, which leads to Code using his karma and tries to attack Jura. However, Jura instantly cuts his hand off with the same tailed beast bullet that he used against Boruto and Sarada, and then uses claw marks to cover the missing hand. Code then tells Jura how he will be having the final laugh. Could this be foreshadowing for Code becoming an Otsutsuki? As soon as he says this, he teleports away using the claw mark. Amato makes an appearance this chapter, who is apparently looking at a screen in which he saw Boruto getting shot by Jura back in Chapter 13, and he noticed that Kawaki had a toad in his hand and figured out that Koji has survived against Ishiki. We then move forward and see Boruto sitting on the Naruto's stone head statue. We see Kawaki walking up towards him. Boruto and Kawaki are seen talking to each other on how things have turned bad because of the Shinju. Boruto tells Kawaki that Amato did something to limit Kawaki's powers. While saying this, Amato is eavesdropping in this conversation with his screen again, and he wonders how Boruto knows about Kawaki's limiter. But then he remembers the toad disappearing in Kawaki's hand earlier. In the last page, we see Boruto and Kawaki officially teaming up in order to defeat the Shinju. The translation to the last text is this: the two finally join forces against the Shinju. And how will the Leaf respond to the crisis in the Sand Village? What do you think of the chapter? We got confirmation about Kawaki having a limiter, which explains how he is so weak and has been losing every battle. This could mean that the Kawaki we saw in the flash-forward scene back in Chapter 1 is him without his limiters. From the Sand Village raid, Mamushi doesn't seem to be with Matsuri. Could this mean that Mamushi went to another village? We also see Code finally return, but he gets a huge L, which is him losing his right hand. I cannot wait to see what Code could be cooking. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe with post notifications. Leave a comment down below about your thoughts on the chapter as well as theories. That's it from me. See you guys next time.